Hey everybody, this is a video I've been meaning to make for a while. A lot of people talk about how they hate over-under cable wrapping because, whenever they unwrap the cable, it always ends up in a pile of knots. And I'm here to tell you why that is absolute bullshit. The reason that all of your cables turn into knots when you unwrap them is because you're wrapping them wrong. You're not really using over-under. Now, let me start off with this is a properly wrapped cable, and you can see this side is clearly on one side of the pile, and this side is clearly on this side of the pile, and that's how it's supposed to be. That is a correctly wrapped cable. It's completely unambiguous. When you reach for it, you go to unwrap it, you just pull one side off of it, and no knots. And that's exactly how it should be. Now, the key to doing that is when you wrap it, you always make sure that you add your coils to the side of the pile. I'm adding it to the side of the pile. I'm growing the pile this way. So when I'm done, I end up with a well-wrapped cable. This end of the cable's on this side, this end of the cable's on this side. Now here's what people are doing wrong. Here's why all of your cables that you did over under are being silly on you. And it is when you're wrapping it, you're not growing the pile to the side, you're putting it on top. Do another loop on top, do another loop on top, and you can see that that end of the cable is kind of getting buried in there. And now, when I'm at this point, it's very, very possible for this end of the cable that should be on this side to come out this side. Then I pull this cable out of the road case, I go to unwrap it, maybe this end is, flopped over to this side so it looks like it's on this side of the pile. And I yank on this and, oh yeah, look at that, it's turning into a giant pile of knots. And the reason it did that was because it was unambiguous. It was ambiguous which side of the pile the connector was on. So you solve that problem by wrapping it correctly. Don't wrap it incorrectly. I would argue that method of wrapping where you put the coil on top rather than on the side is not over-under. It's not a correct cable wrap. All right, so keep that in mind when you're wrapping cables. You're going to have a much better time on your shows. Catch you later.